Welcome back.
And I guess while we're in the spirit of students and good teachers, we have with us Paul Nelson, our speech and debate. And if you haven't ever had an opportunity to visit the high school and be part of the program that they put on when it comes to plays and projects that they do, you haven't seen the best of Lincoln County until you see one of these plays that they put on and see these kids perform and do the job they do in speech and debate. But that doesn't happen unless you have a good, strong teacher making it happen. And that's what we have in Paula Nelson. Just take time to brag on her a little bit because she is very deserving. And we're fortunate to have her over there at the high school. And just great to see her here today. And we do have some of the students here, but I'll turn the program over to Paul at this time. And we also have a little check for them too. So you'd like to say a few words?
Yes, thank you.
Where are your students vote?
I've come a long way since you hired me as a substitute physics teacher at Carrollsburg.
Been a couple of years.
Yeah, a few years. Thank you, though. This is a big honor for our students to go as far as we have in as short a time as we have had a team at Lincoln County. The first year we started, we only had 3 or 4 of Becky Wiley's kids left. And so I started with them in a county car going from tournament to tournament. Now we have to take a bus. We are only 12 members strong, but we are defeating the likes of Huntington High School, Wheeling Park, John Marshall High School, Parkersburg, Parkersburg South. So we are running with the big dogs. These students have just taken off with this. These 2 students that you see here are 2 of our finest competitors. And they have, through their efforts, earned the right to go to the National Catholic Forensic League Tournament in Omaha, Nebraska. Now, I'm interested in seeing what's in Omaha, Nebraska, but I'm more interested in seeing how far they can go. The last time I had a student to go to the Nationals, they went to the octofinals, and even that is a big deal. So I'm sure that these students are going to do extremely well. And you might be interested to know that they are going to have to miss their graduation to do this. So that tells you the level of commitment and how much love they have for public speaking and performing. One of our students is Cody Cremines, and he is going to go to Marshall on a theater scholarship that he won. I'm very proud of Cody. He's very talented. The other student is Sarah Hogue. She is a very, very good actress, and she's going to go to Concord in the fall, and she's going to be part of that theater department too, maybe even a lawyer. So all that kind of comes together, you know. You have to be very good. I do want to tell you that not a day will go by that these children will not use something that they learned in speech and debate. So we, of course, submitted a letter requesting funding. We are going to have to, we're traveling with Huntington High School. So these kids are sharing rooms with them. We're trying to cut corners. But our trip's going to run us about $5,000 to $6,000. So we are just beating on doors, doing what we can to raise funds for this. So I would like to thank you in advance for, you know, honoring our request.
Well, and what we would do is make a presentation day of $500, and then you come down to the end, if you need more, you know, we'll come back.
Okay.
You go to other people and say, we've got this much, we need some more, then just go from there. But if it comes down to make sure the trip happens, come back on business.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate it. Do either of you want to say anything?
I would like to thank you because this is a big deal, not just for us, but for our county and for us to make it to nationals. We're really proud.
No doubt. And if you have not, I've just have been fortunate through my time being able to work in Lincoln County to have spent 2 different terms as principal at Duval High School and working with Mrs. Bandler and working with Miss Wiley. And the strength that a speech and debate program does for a community is good, but what it does for individuals is, it's just, there's no way of putting it there, because as I heard Ms. Nelson say, there's things that you learn that you use on down through life. There's things you never forget. It could be if you go into, like Ms. Hope talked about, maybe into law or whatever, you know it's there, but they're just, I just hear down through time testimonies from people who had the opportunity to be under these programs in the past in Lincoln County, what it meant to them and what it meant for them through life. So you guys have certainly stepped up to the plate, but what you don't maybe realize is how valuable it will be for you as you grow and move on through life. So proud to see you here and see you involved.
One more thing, we're having a speech showcase next to the last Friday in May, and we invite you to come see that. It will be at 6 o'clock in the auditorium. We'll have refreshments, and we are going to perform some of the things that we do and give some of the speeches that the children have, so people can actually see firsthand what we do. So you're more than welcome to come.
Appreciate it.
You know, Ms. Nelson, I know from my time on the school board, I didn't know you personally, but I learned you professionally, and I've watched the students under you grow. And one thing that I wish I would have had the opportunity was to be a student under you, because I believe that you're a true asset. You go to be above and beyond what teachers are asked to do, and you never complain. And I hope the students understand what they have in you as a teacher. Because sometimes I think that we lose sight of the importance of teachers. If there's problems in a school, the first person blamed is a teacher. And our teachers in this state, they could go to any neighboring state and get an immediate pay increase, but they choose to stay here because they care. And some of us take note of that, and we really appreciate it.
Well, having known you when you were younger,
I won't tell any tales.
Okay. There, you know, I really think along the lines of what Thomas was saying. I see a lot of my patients that in the years that have been under you and worked under you and things like that, learned under you. And I know when you were young that there was, you know, you were bound to do something good. I mean, I just really, you know, you see people, you know, and I've seen thousands of children come through in my practice and young adults and things like that. But there's just some that just stand out, and you were always one, and it's good to see that. You know, I think what we could do most important is give a part of us to the kids, that they could go ahead and teach other kids and other people what we know. And I think you've done an excellent job of that. And I think a lot of the kids that go through these things don't really know how important it is until they get into it. Because no matter what they go into, whether it's medicine, whether it's law, whether it's politics, whether it's whatever they do, what they've learned from you and learned how to present themselves and how to handle these type of things will put them far ahead of those people that haven't had that training. And I think that's why we're so lucky to have people like you that are willing to go the little extra that it takes to get the best out of what these kids have to offer. Because a lot of times I think we don't challenge them enough, but I know you do, and I think that's important. And I really appreciate the job you've done over the years, Paul.
Thank you.
Yeah, Paula, what it does, it really makes the mind the mind has to be taught how to study and all these things. And speech and debate certainly makes the mind focus on what it wants to accomplish, and that's what pays off down the road. If you guys would come forward, we'll present you with a check. Commissioner, step down, we'll do that. Honor these young people. Paul, you come on up too.
Does the camera take off about 30 pounds? We can.
Just right in here. The first time I got acquainted with Paula, really I was principal at an elementary school in 1969, and she was a majorette at Young Valley High School.
It's about 100